What's going on, Jeff fans? So Jeremy Fowler has been doing this series where he polls a sample of NFL executives, coaches, and players, and they do a composite ranking of all the different position groups in the NFL. Sauce was cornerback number 2. Quinnen Williams is like the third or fourth best defensive lineman. And Aaron Rodgers in their quarterback rankings came in at the 4 spot. And I like these rankings because it's not just one random guy's opinion. It's a multitude of opinions, and it's all from human beings whose job is to either play or coach or prepare teams to play on Sundays. And this is actually right where I would rank Aaron Rodgers as the 4th best quarterback in the NFL, behind only Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen. And I think I've seen so many rankings where he's 8, 9, 10. Pro Football Network had him at 11 behind Tua and Geno Smith. And even young players who I like, Trevor Lawrence. I'd be stoked if Trevor Lawrence was my quarterback at 23 years old. But the kid had a 10-game stretch where he played really well. And I know he had the really good comeback win. That's awesome for Jacksonville. But he threw 4 picks in the first half. That's why they had to come back. So and same thing with Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, if you're a great quarterback, do you let that complete and utter meltdown happen? And not trying to be too harsh on those guys. They're young dudes. They have a bright future ahead of them. But when you're comparing them to Aaron Rodgers, I just don't see it there yet. And even somebody like Jalen Hurts, who is way better than I ever thought he would be coming out of college, really turned himself into a damn good pro, got a crap ton of money, good for him. But I'm sorry, even if you take Aaron Rodgers, broken thumb Aaron Rodgers, and you give him the best offensive line in the game, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, a Pro Bowl level tight end, and a top 5 defense, dude, even if he had that last year with a broken thumb, he's probably making a push for his 3rd straight MVP. So the context kind of matters there too. In fact, the biggest pushback I got when I did my AFC East position ranking is I had Josh Allen as the best quarterback in the AFC East because I have him as the 3rd in the NFL, and Rodgers is 4th. And that was like the biggest sticking point for Jet fans, is he should be higher. I guess you could make a case that he could come out and be as high as 2, be the 2nd best quarterback in the NFL. It's possible. I think he has a range anywhere from like 2 to 7. But I'd put the ceiling at 2 and the floor at 7. I don't know, guys. More than half of you wanted Derek Carr. So is Derek Carr better than Josh Allen? I'll take the 4th best quarterback in the NFL with this roster. That is more than enough to make us Super Bowl contenders. Now, a bunch of people sent me this last night. I guess Boomer Esiason said that he knows that Aaron Rodgers gave the Jets a 3-year commitment. Look, Boomer's been right about a lot of stuff. I'm not saying he's making it up, but if I start using him as a source, that's a slippery slope. But do I think that's possible? Sure. I think that Rodgers, when he took to the podium, he said a lot of things about, I'm not just here for a quick solution. I know how much the Jets gave up for me. He didn't commit to a certain length of time, but he basically insinuated that his plan is not just to play 1 year. But I'm just taking it 1 year at a time, because when you're getting close to 40 years old, you're always just one hit away. Unfortunately, that's the risk that you take. And also, if the Jets win the whole damn thing this year, does he sail off into the sunset? And I'd be fine with that. Then the trade is well worth it. But if we get in the middle of those two things, where he's healthy and the Jets make the playoffs, have a pretty good season, but fall short of their ultimate goal, I do think he'll run it back for at least 2 years and maybe 3. You'd hope. So there it is. Me and Dom C talking way too much Jets. If you want to check out that stream down below, we'll talk all soon.